I'm telling you, love makes things happen. I ain't late, baby. I'm right on time. Jacqueline Smith, look at your thing. It's 8 o'clock. I'm right on time, honey. I got a timer that let this thing come down right on to. Oh, y'all, let me turn the fan on. It's this light getting hot. Ooh, you know, I'm telling you, love makes things happen. Listen, I was sitting in the back office getting ready for service, and I saw this comment from Michaela Loves Gymnastics. She says, Funky, today has been a hard day for me. Nothing wrong. All my bills just are my whole paycheck, and I'm sick about it, child. Thank you for entertaining us, especially today. Michaela, tell me about it, child. It's the first of the month, and you either paid rent or mortgage. And I'm just assuming here, I'm assuming that you probably get paid every 2 weeks. And I'm going to tell you what you need to do, Michaela. Because I used to do this when I was younger. I would pay all my bills on one check and then be like, my other check that I get, that's my check that I get to fool out lot and move around on. Start breaking your checks in half. Start breaking your checks in half. And then that way, each time you get paid, you just take half of your check and put towards your bill. So it's going to take you a month because you're going to have to get some money in the kitty. So this next paycheck, when you get paid 2 weeks from now, you're going to have to sit your ass down. You're going to have to take half of that check and put half of that check up. And then when you get paid again towards the first of the month, then you take half of that check, you put with the other half that you put up, and then you pay your bills. And then that way, you'll be able to have money left over each check and not be waiting for that second paycheck after you get paid. That's what I had to do, and it makes it so much easier. And that way, you're not sitting somewhere thirsty, hunting for that next paycheck. But I get it, child. Oh, somebody said start on a 3 paycheck month. That would be cute. Or if you didn't get your income tax yet, or if if you got your income tax money, start then. But start paying your bills that way. Don't wait and be like, oh, I'm gonna pay my rent with that check. I get paid close to rent, and then it eat up your whole check. Speaking of rent and a check and a whole check. I heard a disabled bitch who ain't got nowhere to stay tried to come for me. I heard a disabled bitch who ain't got no check or no place to stay tried to come for me. Y'all, Shamar didn't take too kindly to what I had to say about him last night. And if you go to my Instagram page right now, he came on my Instagram page under the post that says Shamar stay begging. It's on the second row.
Man, you just getting to me for free. Do it out the kindness of your heart.
Because y'all know we talked about this last night, but he came under that post and said, why you so worried about it? Send me some money. Then he blocked me. Then he came back and said, I need my money or I'm going to sue you. What money? Shamar, you ain't even got enough money to pay your phone bill. How you going to afford an attorney and a retainer fee? And the only reason why I'm even entertaining this Shamar stuff, because I'm just waiting on everybody to get into the church. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even do it. And I'm not going to go in on him, because going in on Shamar, going in on Andrew Caldwell, you will not get in heaven doing anything like that. Bring me somebody who is a worthy adversary. Going in on Kat, Shamar, Andrew Caldwell, God will look down upon that. And I'm not going to do that. All right. My feet are already twisted up like a gang sign. I don't need my spine to be lean with it, rock with it. Okay. And I haven't worn bad wigs in a decade or more. I haven't worn bad wigs in a long time. And I don't want God to put me in a situation where I have to go back to wearing wigs and carrying on. So I'm not going to go in on the less fortunate and the less able to stand up straight and pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I'm not going to do that. I'm not finna go back and forth with no bitch who can't stand up straight and pledge allegiance to the United States of America. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. How y'all feel? So if you single and you got a good job, you know, you got a good job, you got good credit, you got all your stuff together, and you single and you would like to be in love, but you don't know why you don't have a man, you don't know how to get a man, and you're super positive that you don't smell like, you know, the grocery store, seafood aisle when you go out, but you got to be positive. That's one of the criterias. There is a class for you. There is a class for you on how to get a man and how to attract and get the love that you want. All my single ladies, please pay attention. But one of the prerequisites is you got to have a job, a good job. You got to have good credit. You got to look decent. You can't smell like Red Lobster before bankruptcy or afterwards. If that's you, girl, we got a class coming up just for you. And today is y'all lucky day because the person who runs that class, Dr. Stacii J. Johnson, also who was the host of Put a Ring on It, she will be joining us tonight, y'all, at about 8:20 to talk about how y'all could get into class. Good credit is about, with this economy, I'm going to be generous. Good credit is, if you got a 630 or better, that's good. That's good credit. The FICO people consider it fair, but in this economy, we know that a bitch may have to pay a bill late or run that credit card balance up just a little bit to make it do what it do. But oh, Vivian, you good if you got a 780. Listen, if you got a 780, Vivian, all the men's gonna want you, baby, because you know these men these days be looking for a woman to take care of them, baby. You got a 780, oh baby, you get all the loans, you get everything you need to put in the people's house. Tragula Speaks, Houston Realty, you got a 620. That's all right. Come on, Asia, with 825 women's. Ashley Carpenter said he can't be ugly. Well, if you got if you 620 or below, you can't be too picky now, girl. You ain't right for the pickings either. Nevertheless, y'all, Dr. Stacii J. Johnson will be joining us later on tonight. She only gonna sit with us for about 10 minutes or whatever, so y'all don't be rude to her, I guess. But she got a class coming up for all the single ladies that don't smell like fish, who trying to get a man to give you all the tips and the tricks and the trade, because 2024 ain't like 1994. See, in 1994, baby, you put an old nasty pump on and a red lipstick, and you just go to 7-Eleven, get you a pack of Newports and a Coca-Cola, baby, and the men's would just flock to you. Hey, miss, excuse me, Slim Goody. Excuse me, miss, can I pump your gas? Excuse me, miss, what's your name? Unavailable. Excuse me, miss. Oh, man, I buy that soda for you. These days, now, bitch, you could fall into a whole goddamn pothole, and these men will keep walking past you. Because they looking for other men's or exotic looking women's or white women's. But if you like this and not like this, then Stacii J. Johnson gonna be on later on tonight to talk to you about joining her class on how to get a man. But let's get on into it, y'all. It's a lot of beefs going on in the entertainment industry right now. There's a whole lot of beef. The top of the show gonna be nothing about folks fighting. So I don't know how many of y'all heard Beyonce's album Cowboy Carter, but country music artist, black country music artist Wille Jones shade the hell out of Shaboozey. Now Shaboozey is #1 on the country music charts right now as a black artist for his song In a Bar Tipsy. And Wille Jones says, my boy was looking like a fly in a milk bowl. I'm just gonna give y'all the meats and potatoes. Wille Jones said, congratulations, but I hope the whites and the Beehive is going to support me like they doing Shaboozey, because y'all seeing all of them in his video. Wasn't not a one brown heart in the video. My boy was looking like a fly in a bowl of milk, but congratulations, brother. So for those of y'all who didn't see the video, Shaboozey is the number one country artist right now on the Billboard charts. He got a number one song. He's the one who knocked Beyonce out of number one into number two, thus creating the record of Shaboozey and Beyonce being the first two Black people to hold consecutive number one and two spots on the Billboard charts. Nevertheless, Wille Jones, who was a country music artist featured on Beyonce's album, called out the fact that although Shaboozey is a Black country artist, when you look at the video, there is nothing but white people in the video. Now, listen, he called them a fly in a bowl of milk. There's nothing but white people in the video. Now, I was prepared to be like, why is he hating? Why is he hating? Why is he hating? And he probably is hating, and he probably should have kept his comment to himself. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Asia F says he can't control it. He can absolutely control it. He can absolutely control it. And I 100% agree with him. If you're going to make this big old stink about, oh, we Black people in country, we coming to reclaim our thing. If you're going to take up space, then take up space. If you're going to take up space, then take up space. If they're going to not watch the video and not listen to the song, it's going to be because you're a Black artist. It's not going to be because, oh, there were no white people in the video. At the point in which they got past the person singing was a Black person, in my opinion, there was no reason for you to cast nothing but white people in the video. And I'm not being funny, but there's nothing but white people in the video. Now, I see a comment in the thing that says white people is the audience, but is it really? Because again, to my earlier point, white people, or at least some of them, are already having a hard time accepting Black people in country. So at the point in which, and he's darker than me, at the point in which you don't showed up with your beautiful sun-kissed, dark, Black, African melanated skin, it would seem to me if they got past that, they'd be able to get past the extras in the video not being Black, or at a minimum, at least mix it up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we don't know what's going to be what yet, because this whole Black people taking over country, running into country. Yes, I know Darius Rucker has been in country, but we have not dominated country. And there is a movement coming right now that's got them nervous that we're about to come and dominate country. That's what I'm talking about. Nevertheless, I kind of agree. If you're going to be Black and do country, be Black and do country. It honestly and truthfully, it looks more odd to me that you Black and doing country and there's a whole bunch of goddamn white people in the back of the video. But that's for their job to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. Let's move right along to the next doggone industry beef. JT and Suki on a bitch. Now listen, I try to stay at them young girl stuff. I try to stay out of it. Now, JT got a song where she said something about, shading a bitch that broke her veneers on a crab leg. And Sukiana took to the internet and was like, no, she not talking to me. I just saw JT a few weeks ago at a party. We hugged. I don't think JT is that type of girl. JT, why don't you just clear it up? Now, I stay out them young girls' business. I be in more elder people business. I stay out of young people business, but they said that JT was demanding that Glorilla, I'm going to call her Glow, cleared up some stuff on Instagram about their alleged or rumored backstage fight, and Glow refused to do it. And JT was upset. So they're like, JT, you're being hypocritical because Suki is asking you to do the same thing that you were asking JT to do, and you refused. And JT has yet to oblige Suki. So I guess Suki has now processed it to mean, since JT has kept her mouth closed, that she must have been talking about her. So Suki took to the internet and said, excuse me. Suki took to the internet and said, y'all pray for me. Nothing is wrong. It's just JT lips used to be so white. She prettier than a motherfucker, but she doing cocaine. Now, Suki, you might have want to lay off that one because your ass just got arrested for transporting ecstasy and codeine, I believe. So, quiet as it's kept, you ain't much better. And if you're transporting, you're probably doing it as well. Y'all stay trying to read the girls doing cocaine like y'all parents ain't grow up in the 70s or 80s. Go in there and ask your mammy. Go in there and ask your mammy if she ever tooted and booted. And for those of y'all who haven't done it and be like, I'm telling y'all all know somebody and got somebody around y'all that don't tooted and booted. That's how common cocaine is. I'm not advocating for people to go get on drugs. I'm just telling y'all. But nevertheless, Suki, you been in hot tubs throwing up on dinglings on OnlyFans, baby. And it take a lot of drugs and alcohol to do some shit like that. So you ain't the one trying to shade JT on doing drugs. It's kind of lame. Nevertheless, the girls is out here twirling. Now, I'm finna move to my age bracket about the girls that's twirling. Baby, K. Michelle and Tamar Ernestine Braxton. Now, y'all, I was trying my hardest to stay out of this because I thought this was going to be one of those beefs that would have died. I was trying my hardest to stay out these aunties' business because I thought this was going to be one of those beefs that would have died. But, child, it just won't die. And K. Michelle is feeling like Tamar took the first shot when she was on that interview saying that there are a lot of black artists that should stay away from country, that they just don't sound good. They just don't sound good. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I went and I watched the segment of the interview where Tamar said what she said. It did not feel pointed to me. It did not feel directed to anyone, to me. However, I recognize the fact that I am not the one who has been in this pool of mess with Tamar in the past. And I could understand how, if you've had beef with this person, you still don't get along with this person, and then you happen to be trying to break into country music as well, and the person you don't get along says this, I do understand how K. Michelle could feel like Tamar is talking about her, whether she is or she isn't. The thing about it is, I honestly wish K. Michelle wouldn't have responded, because in responding, K. Michelle, you gave her exactly what she wanted, which was attention. You gave her exactly what she wanted, which was a rise out of you. And I saw K. Michelle's post where she said something to the effect of, hey, man, the G the Don, don't be late no more now. I'm letting the ushers open the door today, but y'all ass gonna have to wait to the vestibule. Y'all gonna have to wait out there come next service. Hey, KF Marie. Anyway, I wish K. Michelle wouldn't have said nothing. Nevertheless, K. Michelle did post that, y'all, I can only sit back for but so long before, you keep poking the bear before the bear attacks. And I also get that too, because I've been in that situation with certain people on the internet. You just damn get tired of people always fucking with you. So anywho, K. Michelle said her part, but I guess Tamar had a performance recently, and she was wearing like a red sparkly sequence dress with some Nike tennis shoes on. And K. Michelle took to the internet and said, well, at least I'm not performing on stage in a prom dress and tennis shoes. And then the pictures of Tamar started circulating. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. Tamar and K. Michelle, can y'all just get on Zeus Network and fight? Can y'all just fight at this point? Because we tired. Like, y'all, we tired. And to be honest, y'all are not even above it. Y'all are no better than Jocelyn, and y'all are no better than Natalie Nunn. The way y'all going at each other on social media. Y'all ain't no better than Krishan. Y'all ain't no better than Carlissa. Y'all ain't no better than Erica Mena. Y'all ain't no better than Safari. Them. Y'all might as well go on Zeus Network and box at this point, because we just do not have it in us in an election year, in a war year, with everything that's going on in Israel and Palestine. we do not have time nor the emotional capacity or mental bandwidth to deal with y'all over 40 asses on the internet beefing and about what at this point we don't even know. I bet neither one of y'all even remember what y'all fighting over at this point. I bet y'all don't even remember. It's been so long. It has been so long. I bet y'all don't even remember. And we don't want to hear the shit. Set an example. Y'all just wasted Patti LaBelle time when y'all came out on that stage together and whatever y'all was saying as a threesome. Y'all just wasted Patti LaBelle time. I knew it was fake, the more rushed ass Soul Train awards that they did. Nevertheless, outside of K. Michelle, Tamar finds a way always to get the internet riled up, y'all. On a separate podcast, same podcast with separate episode, Tamar was asked about, artists Mariah and Whitney, and Tamar said, I have never been a huge Whitney fan. And now y'all on the internet losing y'all damn mind. You know what? I'm glad this happened because the internet is a cruel and unforgiving place. And some of y'all just do not understand. And I hate when people say this, but I'm going to say it in this instance. Black people are not a monolith. We are not a monolith, but we aren't. Now, I know that we regard Whitney Houston as the voice. We regard her as the voice, and a lot of people took that as Whitney slander because the lion's share of Black people, we just feel that we are obligated to say Whitney Houston is the best of all time. But the girl says she's never been a Whitney fan. And you know what? I was processing this while I was driving over. Now, if I was asked the question out loud, due to training, conditioning, and expectations, I would loudly be like, oh, hold on, y'all. I didn't even send the lady the link, Lord. Due to training, conditioning, and expectations, I would have yelled Whitney too, right? But now that I think about it, more times than not, I shaked my body, shaked my booty, and sung out loud to Mariah Carey. Now that I look at Whitney Houston's discography, y'all, some people just ain't into them long, heavy, drum-filled ballads and them white people pop songs that she sung. Everybody ain't in love. Everybody broken heart ain't broke and want to know who can they run to, and I want to run to you each day. Each day I play the role of someone always in control. But at night, I come home and turn the key. There's nobody there. No one cares for me. Oh, what is the sense in trying hard to find your dreams? I went too high. I gotta go back to Miss Jan. Without someone to share it with, tell me, what does it mean? I want to run. Y'all be tired of me singing. Fuck y'all. Get off my line. Nevertheless, everybody ain't down with all them old broken-hearted ass ballads. Okay, if you really want to know the truth about it, Mariah was the more upbeat, hip of the two. So I can see somebody saying I had a little more fun with Mariah Carey than I did with Whitney Houston. So y'all get up off that girl. Everybody is allowed to have personal preference, okay? Everybody don't like Beyonce. It's some people who think her music is trash, and that is okay. You honestly cannot help why you like one thing over another, okay? Some people like chocolate ice cream. Some like strawberry. If somebody had to explain to you, why do you like chocolate and why do you not like strawberry, you wouldn't even be able to explain it. It's just your taste buds. Tell me, what does it mean? I want to run. I need to sing something that's more within my vocal ability. Let me see. Shoot, 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 shoo-be-doop, doop, doop, shoo-be-doop, doop, doop, doop. All you gotta do is say shooby-doo, doop, doop, shooby-doop, doop, shooby-doo. All right, now. See, that's in my that's it right there. She said not too loud. Shoot, shoot. Bitch, I don't found my next karaoke song. A bitch ain't gonna never be able to tell me I can't sing, bitch. Long as I get that first shoot out and hit my note. Shoot, 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 shooby-doo, doop, shooby-doo. All right, now. That's it. That's it right there. That's it. I don't found it. That shoot. That's it right there, baby. Perfect pitch. Perfect pitch, baby. Moving right along, y'all. This is gonna be real funny because I feel this way. I just never thought about the remedy that this person provided. Santana is going the hell off. To visit, and I want y'all to hear this about Uber Eats.
I'm dead serious. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all that work for my Uber Eats. I want to know, do y'all see the tip? Do it show you the tip before or afterwards? Because I that always mother tip. I stay on the top floor of my house. I ain't never order food without mother tip because I know it'd be a lot. So when I gotta come downstairs to get my mother food, I'm real motherfucking mad. So from now on, I'm not giving y'all the mother damn because you'll be damned if you do, damned if you motherfucking don't, and oh motherfucking well.
I rarely agree with the young folks. But I 100% agree with Santana. I live on the top floor of my building, and I'll be the first person to admit, my building is like a labyrinth. It's like a huge maze, right? If I was to tell y'all, I'm going to call you when I get in the car, it takes me about 6 to 7 minutes to get out my house, get into the car, and get out of the garage because the phones don't work in the hallway or the parking garage of my building. And so a lot of times Uber Eats, DoorDash pull up to my building and they want to text me, I'm here. And I text their ass back, okay, come upstairs. And they be having an attitude, but they make their way upstairs. Bitch, my building is so big, if I was to put on clothes and come downstairs, I might as well get in the car and go get my food. So I 100% feel Santana on what it is he's saying. And let me tell you how to get my building together. For the last month, our call box at the front door has been broken. So we've had to go downstairs and get the damn food. And I've been mad as all hell. But I'm with him. These delivery people is something else. And I understand y'all trying to do 5, 6, 9, 12 deliveries so y'all can pay y'all bills. I get all of that. But you need to bring people food to their door. And y'all try to use loopholes and shits when people live in condo buildings and be like, oh, the front desk is the door. No, bitch. Bring it to my unit. Bring it to my unit. I'm not going downstairs, bitch. That's not delivery. That's pickup. That's a relay race. I'm not going downstairs. Bring it to my door. Okay. Bring the shit to my door. It ain't that. No, ma'am, say that's dangerous. No, it ain't, because I open the door with 2 9mm, one between my legs and one in my hands. Okay. I open the door with 2 9mm. Bring that shit to my door. Nevertheless, y'all got y'all credit right. Y'all did y'all knowingly cleanse. Because Stacii J, I told them in order to sign up for your classes, honey, they got to have good credit. They got to have a good job. And they can't smell like the seafood department at Publix if they want to get a man. And I know once I bring this guest on here, she going to second that emotion. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring to the stage author,
hello,
love coach, my good friend, Dr. Stacii J. Johnson. Stacii J.
Yes. Hey, honey. How you doing? I'm trying to set this light up. You know, I got to look good for you, baby. You know,
come on, leopard. We see you with your leopard.
What I know about the Funky Bunch, honey, y'all come forth. So I had to make sure I put on a little something, right?
Now, Stacii, let me ask you a question before we get started, because you know okay. I got a philosophy, and I know you the hookup coach and the love doctor. Do the men's like black women with blonde hair?
Let me tell you something. First of all, the men like anything I do. because my man put a ring on it. Thank you. A nice little 4-carat one. You all go start off calling me out. Let me tell you something really, really seriously though, because you know I'm silly. But you have to walk in whatever you are bringing to the table, right? So if it's blonde hair, red hair, blue hair, green hair, you do have to know your marketability. And let me tell you this, 9 times out of 10, and I can say this because I've been doing this shit for, let me stop cussing. I've been doing this.
We like when you cuss.
Oh, okay. I've been doing this shit for about over a decade. And what I know is some women don't know their marketability. That's important, knowing, because you started playing games with my little blonde hair, but you do have to know your marketability. So for instance, I went to Essence once and I'll never forget, I was speaking and this lady stood up and she was like, I want me a Barack Obama man. So I was like, you know what? I ain't mad at you, baby. Let's talk about it. But then I happened to look down at her ankles and her ankles was ashy. Now I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. It is what it is. When you stand up, that means you want my opinion. So I looked at her and I said, you know what? I mean this in love. Barack Obama, your ankles are ashy. If you want that kind of man, then your marketability has to be on the level that he is looking for. You did not even think to bend down, put some Vaseline, some lotion, some baby oil, something on your ankles before you got here. Now, let me tell you, she was a little initially, because you just really don't think a woman in Essence is going to come and just tell it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I felt like that was my opportunity to change her life. And because I'm a little girl from Memphis, Tennessee, from Orange Mound, I always tell people, don't matter the degrees. I'm from Orange Mound, Spelman, or the Masters of Marriage and Family Therapy. You can look at all of that. But when you show up in anything that I'm doing, because I do love you, I do want the best for women out there and men. I do believe that you can create, cultivate, and keep healthy romantic love. My mother tried 5 times. She died at 56 years old, going through her divorce. So for me to be in front of that lady and to have 1 minute with her, because I didn't know if I was going to see her again, I told her the truth. There's a ability to you. If you want that type of man, ma'am, I ain't mad at you, but he requires a certain level of accountability. And that means you're going to have to bend down a little extra and
get them ankles. So you know what? So some of y'all in the chat, some of y'all in the funky bunch that's wondering why y'all ain't got no man. I need you to look down right now. Congregation, I need you to look down to your neighbor right now and say, neighbor, is your ankles ashy? Okay. Some of y'all, it's just simple little tweaks, like put a little Vaseline intensive care or some damn cocoa butter or baby oil on y'all damn ankles. And I know I said grown ass women shouldn't wear body spray, but if you be musty around the office, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all permission to wear a little bit of body spray. And see, I love that even in just simply playing, I just was playing with Stacii J, talking about the wig, that you guys were able, just in that quick little introduction, to get just a glimpse into some of the gems and jewels and dating advice that this woman is able to offer. So Stacii, let's just cut to the chase. Why are we here? Tell the ladies about the class that you got coming up, what it offers, how they can get involved, all that good stuff.
Yes. So I have a monthly cohort that I do called It's My Season, It's My Turn for Love, right? Because again, I believe if y'all want it, you can have it. But you got to learn and do things different than you've been doing them. You can't have your A-man corners over there, your girlfriends talking negatively about men, because that won't work. That energy will be attracted back to you. So what I decided to do last quarter and this quarter is my price is usually $600 a month for this 30 days with me. I have lowered it to $249. And this is the best thing. It's on PayPal, right? You can pay through PayPal. And you know how PayPal has that, what is that, buy now, pay later? You really only have to pay $62 to get started. And then PayPal will take it out in, 2 weeks? And then the next 2 weeks, hell, you'll be done with the cohort and they'll still be taking the payments. But ask yourself, where are you spending $30 a week that you really could be investing in getting the information that can really change your life in love? I have women that have been doing this for the last year and a half. I've been doing the cohort, and I can tell you, everyone, the way you show up is not the way you leave. They call me, y'all, the man whisperer. Let me tell you why. And Q can tell you this. I have been studying men for over a decade. My mother died at 56.
Studying or laying with them.
What you
Studying
say?
or laying with them, because you got your leopard on and your blonde and your red lipstick. You know, my grandma say only harlots and whores wear red lipstick.
Well, I'm so innocent. I needed to wear the red to kind of give me a little sex appeal. But no, you're so crazy. But no, seriously, ladies, if you want to have change in your love life, dating is not hard. How you're dating is hard. Go to my Instagram at Just Date Girl. I tell you, you can look at ladies and their responses, their testimonials. I am changing lives. Period. Point blank. The end. And if you want, and this is the thing, and I'm, you know, I don't sugarcoat shit. I just got to tell you the truth. A lot of y'all out there are allowing your past to dictate your present. A lot of y'all out there laying on your couches, going to work, coming home, complaining about men, complaining about what you don't have. You are still allowing today. If you are doing that, you're allowing your past to dictate where you're going. And you will never get anywhere else in life outside of that couch and with that negative Betty girlfriend group that ain't got nothing good to offer to you but the same old stuff. Join this cohort. It's $62 to start. I'm telling you, I'm here. It's called It's My Season, and it can be your season.
And it can be your season. There it is, guys. Dr. Stacii J. Johnson. And listen, Stacii, when we get off the line, I need you to text me all the information for the class, all your social media. Yeah. And guys, I will put it in the description box of this video. $30 a week, y'all. Y'all cannot beat that. 30 days. And I'm going to be, before I get Stacii on the line, I'm going to tell y'all something relatively personal of mine, just to speak to her level of expertise being a marriage and family counselor. No, I'm not going to tell y'all my business. Never mind. I'm going to keep y'all out my business. But I will say this. I went through a rough patch in my relationship, and I called on Stacii, and just in talking to her and just counseling with her, she helped me to see some things from another perspective and another angle. And she helped me to break through and reach the person on the other side in a language in which they understood. And just in having one phone conversation with her about whatever the situation is that we were having, we were able to get through it, and it brought us closer. And we shared a very magical, special moment this past Saturday in Atlanta that Stacii was there to witness. It was folks crying all over the place and carrying on. So that's that on that. I just say that to say she is the real deal. But Stacii, thank you so much for joining the Funky Bunch. I will put that information.
Thank you so much. So wait, Q, I gotta tell your Funky Bunch something about you and this amazing. Y'all, I was at this place. I don't know if I can disclose where we were, but
Pretty Place.
Okay, Pretty Place. Okay, we were at Pretty Place, and the cake was brought out, and this was the moment that it just warmed my heart. The cake was brought out to Q's significant other, and he just looked at Q, and y'all, I get chills thinking about it because Q stood there. Oh, my friend. And their eyes met, and he started crying. The gentleman started crying. Q started crying, and they just embraced. And I'm just so happy for you, Q. I'm so happy for you. And I'm so happy that I was able to do my little stuff. First of all, I'm so happy that you trusted me to call me, but I'm so happy that you all found your way to the other side. And it really proves, you all, if you change, if you see things different, there could be another perspective that you're not getting, right? Get help, get somebody, talk to me, sign up for this cohort. There's no way you should not sign up for this cohort because it's cheap now. Next year it's going to be $600 again. I'm just saying. All right.
There it is, everybody. Dr. Stacii J. Johnson, talk to you later, love.
All right, baby. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. There it is, y'all. Dr. Stacii J. Johnson. I always want to tell y'all my business, so don't be asking me nothing about my man. Anyway, also, for those of y'all out there who are watching, if y'all saw the thing, the post that I posted about us doing promos on the channel for the people, that was an example of basically what we will be doing. If you have a business, a service, or a product that you are trying to push, we definitely do screen the business, product, or service to make sure that it is relevant to my audience. And if it is, you can have what you just experienced for a small nominal fee. Nevertheless, let's get back into the show, y'all. O.J. Simpson documentary. Oh, Lord. You know, what y'all think about this O.J. Simpson documentary? I'm just curious to know if they were already working on this O.J. Simpson documentary before he died, or if this was something that they rushed and put together. Now, if it's to be a thorough and honest documentary, my heart leads me to believe that they were putting this together before he died, and they probably rushed the ending. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think that they were putting this together before he died, or this is something that they rushed and put together after he died? Do y'all want to watch it? It's funny, right? Because what I'm not interested in is a one-sided documentary. Like, I'm not interested in a documentary where they just sitting there, all them white people sitting up there bashing OJ. Now, I did not know until today, until I was reading a lot of comments, that Nicole Brown Simpson actually helped break up OJ's previous marriage and was cheating with OJ on his previous wife. So if we gonna do, you know, the real OJ, then we also need to know the real Nicole, baby. They was lighting her up in the comments about her sex addiction, her cocaine addiction, so on and so forth. People saying Nicole Brown Simpson owed the mob money over her drug use. Like, come on, y'all. It's got to be even. If we gonna tell it, then you got to tell it all. If you gonna tell it, then you got to tell it all. They say she was with Ronald Goldman, but ever since I was in the 5th grade, bitch, I thought Ronald Goldman was gay, quiet as it's kept. If you gonna tell it, then you got to tell it all. If you gonna tell it, then you got to tell it all. I didn't see a one black person on that trailer for that documentary, and Frey Resnick damn sure don't count, because that hoe was white as snow. If you're gonna tell it, then you got to tell it all. If you're gonna tell it, then you got to tell it all. Where is the black people? Where is the people that's gonna throw dirt on Nicole Brown Simpson name? I'm just saying, make it fair. If it's gonna be fair, make it fair. Because we ain't trying to sit up and watch 2 hours of whatever. I mean, and Johnny Cochran said, if it don't fit, you must acquit. And if we're telling the truth, that glove didn't fit. The glove didn't fit, y'all. I'm just saying. So when I did a post asking y'all what y'all want me to talk about, somebody said, Kandi on Watch What Happens Live saying Porsha moved too fast with her marriage to Simon. Now, I haven't even watched linear TV in a while. I don't know if this was a recent episode of Watch What Happens Live or a previous episode, but I want to oblige that person and definitely comment on it. She ain't lying. And I know we kind of have this rule where stay out of other people's relationships, stay out of their business, stop commenting on other people's stuff that you don't know about. Catch these teas. Unless Porsha didn't rush to marry Simon too soon, unless she been messing with him. Hello, somebody. Unless she been messing with him. Hello, somebody. But let's just, for the sake of argument, say the timeline is the timeline that was presented to us. Let's just say it's the timeline that was presented to us. I definitely do think that they went too fast. And even when they announced that they were engaged, there were people saying, no, you know, at this age, people know what they want and they move fast. You know, she's already over 40. He's an older man. No. How long do y'all feel that you need to be with somebody before you talk about let's get married? And let's get married. Let me put this thing in perspective. You're merging social security numbers, taking on that person's debt. They're taking on your debt. You know what I'm saying? Putting them on a life insurance. How long do you think you need to be with somebody before you get married? I say 3 years for me. I say 3. I'm willing to make an allowance and say if you do 2 at least. 2 at least. Now, Trina, you know I'm at work.
Oh shit. Sorry, bye.
I say at least 3, but I'll settle for 2. Because here is why. The whole first year don't even count. The first year don't even count. People can have their representative and they mask and they costume on for the whole first year. Then y'all need to go through about 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Y'all need to go through a solid 5 fights. Y'all need to go through 3 to 5 fights before you get married. You don't know somebody until you mad with them, until they mad with you, until you see how they fight. Don't rush it. And a lot of people saying, well, at this age, people move faster. No, at this age is more the reason to slow down. Neither one of y'all going nowhere. Y'all know what y'all doing. Why are you rushing it? Damn, ain't nobody waiting 3 to 5 years. Yeah, and that's why they ass getting divorced in 2 to 4. Come on now, don't waste all that money and don't waste all that fabric. Had the people flying over from Africa. He don't smuggle them damn people into the country to come to that damn wedding. Child, please. And not saying that it can't work for some people, but as a general rule of thumb, y'all need to be with somebody. I don't give a. I'm sorry. In 2 years, you don't know somebody. You don't know somebody until you've run into a lot of life events. Death, loss of job, loss of income, fighting. Like you just don't know. And I'm sorry, you don't know. And I know we can feel like, oh, we so connected after a year. You don't know nobody after no year. You know a lot of them, but you don't know them. It take you a good 3 years to vet a bitch. It take you a good solid 3 years to vet a bitch. The first year, y'all just go together. Y'all just kind of go together or whatever. I hope y'all ain't moving in with niggas before you been with them for a year. The second year, y'all might kind of move in with each other. All right, we're going to do a year of that. Then that third year is going to be like, all right, let's see if it's smooth sailing. Then you get married going into year 4. Last but not least, I'm gonna let y'all out a little early this evening because it really was a slow news day. A lot of y'all been asking for an update on Christian Keys. A lot of y'all have been asking for an update on Christian Keys. Christian Keys took that video down and we ain't heard no more from Christian Keys. I don't know this to be fact, but if I had to go with my gut feeling, Christian Keys has been made whole. Christian Keys has been made whole. He got the money. Even though he said it wasn't about the money, that's exactly what it was about. He saw that payout, that cash he got, and he got the money. That is my honest opinion. That is my God's honest opinion of what happened. And anybody with 6 centimeters of brain cells could understand that's exactly what happened, down to him taking the video down. So that's that on that, y'all. Good news. As of now, it looks like the Amanda Seales interview is still on. Her people sent over her picture and whatnot for the promo materials, and we set a date. The date will be May 21st, y'all. Tuesday, May 21st. I'll be interviewing Amanda Seales. We're getting to the marketing materials and stuff together now, but May 21st will be the date. If nothing happens between now and then, we ain't gonna jinx it, but we're gonna have a really good time. But May 21st, we will be interviewing Amanda Seales, and it should be a really good time. It's gonna be a really big interview. I'm really looking forward to helping foster a safe space for Amanda to be able to talk and for us to be able to ask, you know, some of the things that the people really want to know as a result of the fallout from her admissions and the fallout from the Shannon Sharp show. Anyway, y'all, I'm finna get in here and find me something to eat because I'm tired. It was a slow news day, y'all. Tonight's show was informative, not a whole lot of funnies, but I don't make the news. I just report it. With that being said, y'all hoes, please be sure to put something in the Cash App collection plate because I need to call my Uber Eats and I'm not walking downstairs like Santana said. And don't forget, immediately following this video, or if you come back and you're part of the replay gang, I will put the information in the description box about how you can sign up for Stacii J's cohort and get and keep you a man. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.